The Colossus of Rhodes was one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. It was a huge statue built in antiquity on the island of Rhodes, Greece. The statue depicted the Greek god of the sun, Helios, and was about 33 meters tall. For comparison, the Statue of Liberty is only 4 meters taller than the Colossus of Rhodes. The latter was built over a period of 12 years and was completed in 282 BC. According to some sources, the Colossus guarded the entrance to the island's harbor, located at the intersection of trade routes between Miletus, Egypt, Greece, and Cyprus. The island of Rhodes experienced a flourishing development, gaining extraordinary economic importance in a relatively short time. Trade contributed to this rapid development of the island. Initially, the area was divided into three distinct territories, governed by the cities of Ialissos, Lindos, and Kamiros. In 408 BC, the three states on the island united, and thus the capital of Rhodes was formed. The city became an extremely important one for the entire region. In just a few years, its population reached over 80,000 inhabitants. Most of the trade in the area was carried out in Rhodes, and the continuous flow of goods and the circulation of money offered its citizens a prosperity rarely seen in the world at that time. Prosperity attracted enemies. The prosperity of the island attracted not only the appreciation, but also the envy of the surrounding peoples and pirates. Thus, the island became vulnerable to unexpected dangers. This made the citizens of Rhodes want to join the Athenian Confederation, but Mausolus of Caria prevented them, establishing his army there and concluding a cooperation agreement with the citizens of the island. A century later, in 305 BC, the Macedonian leader Demetrius Poliorcetes besieged the island of Rhodes for a year, but without any success. Having managed to defend their territory, the inhabitants of Rhodes decided to commemorate and symbolize their victory by erecting the Colossus. The Colossus of Rhodes was conceived and designed by the Greek sculptor Chares of Lindos. He was a student of Lysippos, one of the most valuable artists of ancient Greece and sculptor of Alexander the Great. Alongside him, hundreds of people worked on the creation of the statue. Chares of Lindos worked together with his team from 294 BC until 282 BC to create the great statue. The Colossus of Rhodes was inspired by other Greek sculptures of its time, such as the statue of Zeus at Olympus, but it was a technical and artistic achievement without precedent at that time. The statue would have been built of bronze and later reinforced with iron and stone. It is said that 15 tons of bronze and 9 tons of iron were used to build the Colossus. More recent calculations, however, show that these quantities would have actually been greater. The theory that this Colossus stood with 1 foot on each side of the harbor is just a legend because no writing specifies this. The Colossus of Rhodes did not stand on its feet for very long, collapsing after 57 years. The imposing sculpture was destroyed following a devastating earthquake in 226 BC. The Colossus broke at the knees, the weakest point of the structure. After the collapse of the statue, the inhabitants of Rhodes wanted to rebuild it. They even received an offer from the Egyptian pharaoh Ptolemy III, but an oracle forbade them from rebuilding, predicting more calamities if their advice was not heeded. Thus, the statue and its remains remained in the same place for 900 years, without anyone touching them. It was not until 654, after the Arabs conquered the island, that the statue was sold to a Jew from Syria. He would have carried the remains of the statue to Syria, using several hundred camels. The impressive construction process for those times, the height, and the symbolism behind the erection of the monument made the great statue considered one of the seven wonders of the ancient world.